Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome back to the Bullhucker podcast. I'm Moose Lundstrom.
I'm Brett McRae.
Again, Brett McRae.
Yeah, I got to come back.
We're doing a man and a wife. Last week was Tyler Zink.
Yeah.
And this week we have Yolonda Zink.
Boom. Right here.
Or Yo, as they call you, right?
Yes. Yo, please.
Yo.
I only get Yolanda when I'm in trouble.
Really? From mom?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Sometimes at home. Doesn't happen often. So.
I got to tell you, I met Yolanda when I met Tyler, and out of the two of them, she's the shit talker. So we'll be ready for this today. So
what?
You are the shit talker.
No.
What? Yeah.
No, she's a sweet girl.
To open, just to be fair, he called me the HBIC, but at Halloween, he's the one that wore a jersey that was 99, and I wore a jersey that said ain't one. So I'm just saying. His said problems. I got the Cam Newton. He had, I think it was JJ Watt or something.
Both horrible choices.
Yeah.
Both horrible choices.
I don't remember his. I just know mine was Newton. So. But I ain't one. That's what we got to solidify right there.
He said HBIC.
Yeah.
I thought it was PIC.
No,
like
he said
head
HB.
person.
No, he said B for sure.
Yeah. That's what I was, anyway.
I guess that's a punch in the mouth when you get something right. You do hit him, right? That's what that...
I don't. I cut him at night, like little cuts. Small. While he's sleeping.
Like the 1,000 cuts of death from Japan. Is that what that is? Baby, I think we got bed bugs or something. I'm bleeding again. She's like, shit, ghosts, man. Ghosts.
You remember what you called me?
You son of a bitch.
It happens. He shares that damn post on Facebook all the time with the guy trying to hose down his house is on fire, and he's standing there with a garden hose, and it's like fighting with your Latina wife. You know what? I mean, you're not wrong, but you know what?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Go ahead, eat your dinner.
You know what? We'll get into that in a minute. Before we start, though, I'm getting better about this. I want to say thank you to the Sand Cedar and the Brush Chamber of Commerce for letting us do it here. They've been super awesome about it. Without them, this podcast probably wouldn't happen. So thank you so much, Brush Chamber of Commerce, and we really appreciate it. Also, this is the Bullhucker, so you can find all our episodes on thebullhucker.com. Go back and look at all the backlogs or whatever you want to do. Everything's on there, video, audio, whatever you like. So if you're doing this on YouTube, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and then the bell icon for notifications. It'll tell you every Tuesday when we release this podcast. If you're on whatever forum you're on for the actual podcast, whether it be iTunes, Stitcher, whatever, please subscribe, follow us, and leave a message. We like to read those. So it's fun when they leave the message. Even if, and be honest on which one you picked. We're going to do it all in one day, so you'll know the answer tonight. But it's fun when you actually leave your message, and so we can kind of see if you bullhucked anybody at home, Yolanda, right?
Right.
Yeah. Right.
You keep saying, I'm like, this is Larry, Brett, Yo. Leave a message at the tone.
That's right. That's right. Because she's the head bullhucker in charge. That's what the B means, right?
Right there. That's what it is.
So what the Bullhucker is, if you're new to the podcast, is the Bullhucker. We have a guest come on. I have a co-host, Brett McRae, the Brett McRae.
Yeah.
And we have a guest, which is Yolonda Zink today. Yolanda's going to tell us 3 stories about her life. The kicker is only 2 of these stories are true. 1 is not true. It's neither borrowed or made up. Yolanda, I forgot to ask Tyler this, but is the story you are telling, is it made up or is it partly made up?
It's a little borrowed, a little false, a little borrowed.
Okay, that's cool. Don't go too much detail because you don't want to give it away. So,
have you seen me? You're not gonna know.
I like to tell fibs, fucker.
I'm female and I'm brown, so
that's what I was gonna say too. Is Hispanic women are some of the most beautiful, gorgeous women on the planet. But they get mean when they get old. You know what I'm saying? I have aunties that are just mean as shit. You know what I mean? Like little yappy chihuahuas that will bite you.
That chancla is no joke, bro.
That's chancla. Do you know what the chancla is, Brett?
No.
The chancla is when they pull their sandal off and slap you around with it, right?
They got deadly accuracy, too, from like 100 yards. You're just like, what the hell was that?
It's like some assassin shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
legit.
You know? Yeah, you see Hispanic guys walking down the street. One's got a black eye. He'd be like, chancla. He goes, fucking chancla, bro. I was mowing the lawn. She caught me from the backyard. You know?
Little baby cuts all over and chancla bruises.
And he didn't even know what he was doing. It's like, give her to mowing the yard. And all of a sudden, it's like she remembered something from yesterday. Oh, whack!
Yolanda's got a little blade. She sticks it with, like a prison chick.
I saw you holding that mower. What were you thinking of?
It was that Navy bitch, wasn't it? That's a
It
callback from
was.
Nest.
It was.
Nest podcast. If you don't know the Navy bitch, listen to Tyler's podcast or his episodes. So, because we're going to dog her a little bit right now, huh?
For real. But, she did him dirty. But, that's what he gets. If you knew or you saw her, like saw a picture, you'd be like, yeah, you
could
kind of
tell.
asked for it.
Yeah, you could tell.
I mean, they both. I mean, she was like, yeah, I fell out that tree.
So, Yolonda worked, and she were the manager at the movie theater in, right? Because I used to try and get Yolonda to let me in, and
She said no.
she said no. Are there any stories from here?
On these ones?
Yeah.
Unfortunately not. No,
Okay.
no. I got some cool stories from there, but no.
You were telling me some of the disgusting stories of things that happened at a movie theater.
Yeah.
We're not going to call it out because it probably happens at every movie theater,
Yeah, that big old pile of sour cream looking, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm.
Because some people really like the Avengers.
Oh,
What are you going to do?
It wasn't even the Avengers. It was like a Valentine's Day, or what's that murder movie with Valentine's Day or something? I don't even remember. It was a horror film. And I was like, yo, Brittany, you're like 14, right? Get the spill magic. I'm cutting out. Sorry.
Why does it smell like this? I'll be like, it smells like death, baby. It's like, that's the smell of regret. Don't.
Is that icing? Yeah.
That's
Sure it is.
It's the icing. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. You'll get there.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess I've never felt a need in the middle of a movie. Like, I'm
Why's the floor all sticky?
Right. Yeah. You missed the cinnamon roll, homie.
because he's baking it, right? Like,
Exactly.
I've seen some pretty bad movies that I've been in the theater, but never once have I been like, this movie kind of sucks. Just gonna hit one out and then go home.
See, I'm like, just sitting there American Pie style, I'm ready. Okay, move, bitch. You don't want it there, then move.
That's right. You tell your friend, don't look at me. Don't look at me.
No judgment.
No judgment. You tell him it'll kill you, Bob. Lots of tiny cuts.
Secrets among friends, right?
That's
A friend
right.
who would keep a secret.
That's right. Until you're drunk one day at his wedding and you're giving the speech. You're like, man.
Remember that time?
That's me.
I remember when he met her. We went to the movies and we left early, mostly because he rubbed one off and they made us leave. Went to the bar and he met her. He was nice and mellow because he already had fun time for the night. So.
No. We're in the back row. Don't marry that one. She doesn't clean up after. We want somebody who keeps it clean.
That's right.
She can't clean up after. Don't marry that one.
Yeah, all the wedding presents he opens when there's spill magic. He knows. He knows. Who was there? Who told?
Box of Kleenex.
No. It's those 70s gym socks. The ones that go up to your ankle, the tube socks.
That's too much information. But you know what? Been there.
God.
So,
Dude, I got a 9-year-old, man, and we had that talk. I'm like, I started getting crunchy socks, crunchy t-shirts. That boy's learning to do laundry now because I'm not even running into that.
that's got to be tough when you have a young boy at home. It's a son. That's got to be the worst. I don't have kids, so I've never had to have these weird conversations with anybody.
Dude, he's open too. He's just like, Mom,
Sorry.
I got something going on. And I'm like, go talk to you. Where's your dad? Like, where's your dad?
I don't want to talk to Dad about this.
Yeah, buying a cup for football this year. Standing in front of this wall, and I'm giggling like a 5-year-old. I'm like, it says a large cup. Like, what you gonna fill it with? Ty's like, you gotta chill with that, man. You're gonna hurt his feelings. I don't know what to tell you.
Give him a complex at 9.
Exactly. Like, it's okay. Your cousin's Asian, so you got him beat. You win. It's all right.
I remember when we were in middle school, and that's back when you had to have all the pads, like knee pads, thigh pads, and they had a butt pad. It looked
yeah.
it looked like a Tampax almost. Like, you know what I mean?
It was your tailbone pad.
Yeah,
Your tail pad,
right.
yeah.
And my buddy Sean, I'm gonna rat him out. He was on the podcast, so he figured it out. Came in, he had it in the front. Like
That's genius, though. I mean, like, why not?
it's not genius because we're like, dude, that goes. And I know it's weird. It's protecting your crack, essentially, but that's where it goes. You got to wear the cup up front, but okay. The one that looks like a face mask for someday CPAP that doesn't exist right now, but that's,
Exactly.
When I first saw one, I was like, what?
Darth Vader.
Yeah, I was looking at it and looking down there. I'm like, I don't think that's the right shape. I don't, I'm no doctor, but.
My sister's a single mom, and so she calls and she's like, Yoli, I need Tyler to help me out. And I'm like, go ask Pops, man. Why are you asking Ty? Yeah. I was like, I'm not going to help. And she's like, no, seriously, does the arrow go up or down? And I'm like, bro, I don't even know. Like, where's Ty? Babe.
What arrow?
I don't know.
I'm a dude and I don't know. I'll be like, put it to the side. Just be safe either way.
Jax is like, arrow down. And I'm like, what? Okay, whatever. My kid's like, no, you want it arrow down for sure. Okay.
I wouldn't handle that well if my brothers and sisters called me and be like, hey, like, you got to talk to your nephew. I'll be like, you can put him on the phone, but that's on you, okay? Like, I'm going to give him Larry advice. So if he turns out messed up, that's, you know what I mean?
But Uncle Larry said to do this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do that, like, a little bit. Like, it's just fun sometimes because her kid will do anything. It don't matter what you tell him. He's like, all right. And so just, do this. See what your mom says.
How old is he?
He's a year younger than Jack, so he's 8.
He's 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a shitty Aunt Yolanda and a shittier uncle.
Oh,
Tyler,
yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Don't listen to your aunt and uncle. God forbid,
Oh, yeah. We convinced them both to jump off the car into a pile of snow that'd been there for like a week. That's hilarious.
That's shitty.
I'm like, it's going to be like a big fluffy pile of leaves. I'm surprised they have spines left.
Right. Do it. Then they're pushing them.
That's horrible. Don't listen to Tyler. You know what I caught him doing one day? Dry humping the dog. He said, "Oh, the dog had swallowed a hot dog or something." Bullshit.
Right. Hey, what the hell you don't go down there naked? You just show Diesel your junk? God. Seriously, babe.
You know what? That's genius, though. It really is. Like,
nobody wants to fight the naked guy.
When you're a fat guy too. I mean, because then the burglar's gonna have a little pity for me. He's like, "Good Lord, you're overweight and you got that." Jesus. You know what? You take your shit back, and here's 3 things I bought from the house next door. You know what I'm saying? You can have some other shit too.
We hit that cop's house a couple days ago. I'm gonna slide you a couple of nice things.
That's right.
Robber sympathy.
That's what it is,
I saw your dog too.
Yeah.
Here's a few more.
What's wrong with him? Nothing, you bastard. All right.
Oh God.
All right.
Glasses on.
All right. So, Yolanda, you ready to tell us some stories?
Oh yeah.
All right. So, you want to read them off, Brett?
Okay. Number 1 is me and my stunt double. Number 2 is my lawnmower lives a quarter mile at a time. 3, how divorce led me to Playboy Playmates.
I don't know what you and Tyler do to think of these titles, but you're winning so far with the titles alone. I love it. So, Brett, I'm going to let you pick first again, buddy.
Number 3, how divorce led me to Playboy Playmates.
Now, you would go for Playmates first, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
I knew there was something nice about you.
See?
I knew it. Yeah, I knew it. Mm-hmm. So, all right. My parents divorced when I was almost 12. Christmas. Hey, no more family. Let's celebrate Christmas. Yay. Okay, cool. So they got divorced. And in turn, my mom decided, she's kind of a gypsy. So she's like, yeah, let's move to Mexico. Now, a little bit of backstory. My dad is the brown one, not my mom.
Mom's white.
Mayonnaise. So she's like, yeah, let's move to Mexico. And I'm like, okay, cool. When? She's like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that this weekend. It's Wednesday, Mom. Okay, cool. What part of Mexico? Oh, Tijuana. Sweet. Now, at the time, my sister and I both, we did not grow up Hispanic at all. Not really Mexican. Right. So we get down there and I barely speak a little bit of Spanish. My sister speaks none whatsoever. And needless to say, it was a nightmare. We were there for 3-4 months, and then it's like, hey, let's move away. Right. We left Tijuana and moved to San Diego for a week, and then it's like, yeah, let's move to the whitest state in the country. We're gonna go to South Dakota.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
So we landed in Spearfish, South Dakota. Okay. So my mom's a single mom at this point. She's got me and my sister. I'm 12. Bear's like 10-ish. I'm thinking she had turned 10, by that point. So started school and all this fun stuff. And, we were out there the first year during the rally was part of the first couple months that we were there. And we had really never been to Sturgis's bike rally. We'd been to South Dakota quite a few times. That was kind of like our stop, is where we wanted to be at all the time on vacation. But we never went out during the rally. We didn't know much about bikers. So it was a really cool experience that first year because we set up a little lemonade stand at the end of our block. And now Spearfish is 15-20 minutes from Sturgis where the actual bike rally is at.
Wow.
So we'd sit out there, 25 cents a cup, and these bikers would come by. Well, here's a 10 spot. Oh, I ain't got change. I didn't ask for change. Yes. Ching, right? So the first year it was kind of just like getting our feet wet. Well, by the second year that we were there, my mom had changed jobs a few times, and she had landed at the Silverado in Deadwood, the casino, and she was managing out there. And so we spent a lot of time at the casino, just going to work with her and hanging out after school, like if we could, because she would work really late nights and things like that. So my dad had actually come out to come visit us during bike week of all times. I wonder why, but he's like, hey girls, let's load up and go see your mom at work. Now she never let us near the casino during bike week. That was just not a thing. Why would you? Right?
Right, that's,
I mean, like, titties everywhere. Why wouldn't you?
Titties.
Right?
Old mayonnaise wouldn't let you in. I got it.
That's what I'm saying, man. The uptight mayonnaise. So my dad's like, yeah, let's go. And so we load up the car and, we head over to the Silverado. And at the Silverado once a week, they always did prime rib night. And so that's when he decided he wanted to go out. I think it was a Thursday night. And he's like, yeah, let's go get some prime rib. So we would always go out and have dinner and down in the basement and stuff like that, away from the floor because you can't have kids there. But because my mom worked there, we were able to get in behind the scenes. And so we roll up. And my dad's like, I'm going to run upstairs and I got to use the bathroom, but I don't want to use the one down here. Whatever. Go play your slots, whatever. Bear and I will be fine. My sister's name's Bear, by the way.
Her actual name is Bear?
Her name is Aliciana.
Oh.
But she's got this, like, cute little teddy bear nose, so we call her Bear.
Okay.
She's 30 plus.
Plus, who can spell that name? So let's not bullshit each other.
But for real, right? My mom, she just had this thing. I'm Aliciana Cherie. Yeah, go for that. And we're like, we're not going to go there. That's another story. So we're hanging out at the Silverado, and we're, chowing down on some prime rib, living the high life. And all of a sudden, you just hear a bunch of ruckus. You're like, dang. What's going on? And we turn around and through these big double doors, they're like the metal, like looking saloon doors into the kitchen. And in walks this whole team of like dudes. And I'm like, what the hell? Somebody's in trouble, right? And then like the dudes part and the seas open up and these 3 tall ass blonde chicks are just sitting there. They're like, oh my God, kids. And my sister and I are like, oh my God, why? And we go over and we're just hanging out and it's like, I don't know who these people are, like at all. And like we're just sitting there chit-chatting. They're asking us about school and asking about all these things. And like my sister and I are like, no, we love it, talking about the culture there and all these things. And next thing you know, the girls are like, do you guys know who we are? And we're like, no, not a clue. And she's like, oh, here, one of the sisters, they're triplets, there's 3 of them. And she slides over a magazine, and they all had signed it. And I look at it, I'm like, oh, shit, it's the Dom triplets. And I was like, y'all are Playmates, what? So we got pictures, and I met the Dom triplets and Hugh Hefner when I was
I don't know who the Dom triplets are.
Oh, my God, what?
I don't know.
Oh, shit.
My mom's like white like mayonnaise, but she didn't take me to cool shit like that.
I know, right?
I seen an old lady without a top on one time when she was drunk, but I mean, that's as much as Mary Lindstrom took me. I still love you, Mom. You're sheltered.
Yeah.
So
see,
they're actual triplets in there.
They are triplets, and they posed nude for Playboy, and they are in this. It's a Christmas episode or edition. But centerfolds, and there's the Dom triplets.
Hugh couldn't get enough with just one chick, so we had to go for 3.
Yolonda,
these girls are tall, like Amazon tall.
Really?
And blonde, and I got a thing for blonde, so I was like, wow. That's where it started, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah?
It must have been.
Look on Brett's face, I'll tell you, I know he's pretty impressed by this story.
Dude, if I met the Dom triplets, I'd probably have a coronary and flop on the floor.
He gave me the dude on dude, like oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, like When you get home, Larry.
But you don't know.
You know?
You don't know who that is.
I don't know. I'm gonna go home and look it up though. And
You better make sure that mom's asleep.
that's right.
Get you one of them tube socks
Oh,
and send one
shit.
home.
Hey, Mom, where we put the Spill Plus at?
Coffee grounds.
What's the girl's going?
Everybody's got coffee grounds.
Yeah, she's like, no more crunchy socks, boy. You're 46.
You're doing your own laundry. God damn it.
You some bitch.
There's your mom. They make toys for that. Seriously, do I have to educate you?
All right.
So yeah, I wished we would. We got pictures. We didn't get, like my sister and I don't, but the girls took pictures with us and Hefner, and it was really cool. It was a really, really just awesome experience. And you know, I didn't even notice Hugh in the background. I was just like, whoa, you know, there's these like 3 hot girls, and just there's pictures out there somewhere with my sister and I and these Amazon blonde, beautiful Playmates.
That's awesome.
And then my dad comes back down like 20 minutes later. He's like, what have you guys been doing? I'm like, you know, chilling with some Playboy Playmates. That's funny. And I'm like, there's your magazine. Not for you.
That's pretty cool. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Brett?
It's a good story.
It was a great story. I liked it.
So, Tijuana, Mexico, how was that?
Oh my God. Amazing, right? Can we
Really?
say that was amazing? No, it was horrible.
I was going to say.
No, terrible, terrible, terrible. We lived in this tiny apartment. It was an upstairs apartment. And right off the side of our apartment was a cliff. And like 2 days after we got there, now we got stuck at Border. I'm not even going to play. The whole trip was ridiculous. Like my mom rented a U-Haul and then tied her car up behind it, but she'd never driven any of that. She got us stuck in Phoenix in a cul-de-sac. Some truck driver had to come pull us out. And then we get to the Border and they're like, oh, you can't take computers in, but the computer is midway through this big ass U-Haul. So then we had to sit there at the Border for like 8 hours while they pulled everything out and put it back in just to get the computer out. And then we finally get in there, and 2 days after we get settled into our little house, there's a rainstorm, and the cliff starts to like slide away. And it gets like 4 foot closer to the side of the building, and I'm like, cool.
Hey, mayonnaise. What'd you do to us, mayonnaise? We're about to be washed away.
Mayonnaise.
You did not prepare me for this, mama.
Why don't
Not
they let you
madre, but mama.
Why didn't they? What's the computer? They won't let you have a computer.
I don't know. I think it's something to do with the electronics don't go through the X-ray machines. They can't see through them to see if you're smuggling stuff. So they took our computer, and I was like, "You took me what?"
So
Like,
it was like a home unit then. It was
Yeah,
not like
desktop.
a laptop. It was like a desktop. Okay.
yeah, bro, this is like 2000.
All right.
There's still the little like dial-up.
The fun times.
AOL. You've got mail,
Where you can download a song for 5 days to get the one song.
dude. LimeWire for real.
You know what? But you were super happy to get that song because it was free.
Or Napster.
Yes.
Or
Yeah, I
Napster.
didn't mess with Napster. I was afraid. I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna kick my ass.
See, I was
The
LimeWire
FBI
too.
rolled up. Yeah.
I didn't have internet in Pueblo for the longest time, so I come down to Brush to visit my mom, and I would get on her computer, and I'm like, okay, I'm here for 3 days.
Start now.
I can get like 8 songs on the CD. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
CD
choose-
burners.
Choose wisely, Mr. Lundstrom. Okay.
Exactly. You better love that song because you're gonna be listening to it for a while.
Forever. Because it took forever to burn them,
That's
too.
right. That's right.
Forever.
That's fun.
I'm out of rewritables. Shit.
That's the worst. All right. Yeah,
Good story.
That was a great story. I really liked it. So, but as I always say, it's always tough to judge on the first story. So, all right. You ready for another one? I'm going to go with, I really want to hear the lawnmower story, but I'm going to save the one for last. I always save the one I want most for last. So,
Yeah, right.
I want to hear me and my stunt double.
This is a good one. This is really good. So, again, back to my sister. She's 3 years younger than me, although you can't tell. I make that joke all the time. She looks older. But, we look like twins. Most people actually think that we are twins. They mistake us for twins all the time. So a lot of people are like, they always ask, oh, you have twins? And my mom's like, no. Actually, kind of funny side story. I have a really hard time staying on track. But obviously my parents are divorced. So my mom met my stepdad at the end of 2000 when we came back to Colorado, actually. So she met him, and he moved in right away and started he was our dad. My dad disappeared after that, so he's been my dad. But we would go to school functions and stuff, and people were like, oh my gosh, you're the girls' dad, is this their stepmom? And my mom's like, bitch, those are mine. But
them girls belong to mayonnaise. You understand? Them's mayonnaise babies.
yeah, I put a little dye in there, but those are mayonnaise. So, so my sister and I get mistaken for twins all the time. And when I met Ty, he was like, "What the fuck? Like, what is this? They're not twins?" But no. So he's always called her my stunt double, because we look enough alike, right?
Right.
So we had made our first trip out to Sturgis to the bike week, because I started riding a motorcycle after I turned 16. And so we made our way out to Sturgis when I was 17, or right before I turned 17. And my sister and I are actually on one of the rally pages, because there's a picture of us riding the motorcycle down the main drag during the rally.
Very
and we're all
nice.
decked out in leather, and you can't really tell us apart. And
Right.
it's pretty cool. Like, it's pretty neat. But so she's always been kind of my partner in crime, as well as, with the bike and learning all that fun stuff. So the year I got my permit, I got my motorcycle permit when I was 16. And I went ahead and I was just learning how to ride and different things. And when you're learning to ride, you have to ride with another licensed rider, but not on the bike. Like, they just have to be on another bike. I don't know if you guys are familiar with like motorcycles and all that fun stuff.
Right.
So I'd ride with my dad, and I had my own bike. He gave me a bike for my 16th birthday. Had a 1984 Honda Goldwing that we completely tore down. It was one of the touring, had the trunk and everything on it. We took all the fairings off, all that fun stuff, rebuilt it, put a bigger engine in it, and it was a beast. That thing weighed 1,500 pounds. It was ridiculous.
Wow.
But it was my first bike. I strapped a Care Bear because it was blue and pearl white, and I strapped the Care Bear to the front of it, and that was my thing.
Which Care Bear?
I don't remember. It was the one with the rainbow on the belly. It's the blue and white one, like the baby blue and white.
Okay.
I don't even remember which one it is.
Your favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
my favorite one. Yeah, right.
I'll
My
have to
favorite.
go home and look at them, on my shelf, my trophy shelf,
Yeah, with the Dom triplets in the
As
background.
I'm looking it up, don't look at me, Care Bear. Don't look at me.
Dude, your internet history is going to have the FBI on hot list.
It's dangerous. We should watch and just let him go because it's pathetic. You know what I'm saying? Like the pity one. That's
Oh, it's Lundstrom. Nah, don't worry about it. It's cool.
well, it is Tuesday.
So, I was learning to ride. My dad taught me to ride, and we've just been kind of doing a couple of different road trips and different things before we were planning for the next year to go up to Sturgis to ride all the way up there. And so, one of the longer first rides I took was out to Alt. Actually, it was Pierce is where we ended up in my aunt's house for a family get-together. And so we're on our way home, and it's Highway 85, right, coming into Greeley from out there,
Right.
heading back home. And there's this one stoplight before, I want to say it's Alt or Eaton or something. I can't remember the name of the town, but it's this one stoplight, and on the right-hand side of the road, there's this big red building that's a restaurant, looks like a barn. And we're rolling up, and it's starting to rain. Now, my sister and I are on my bike, and my mom and my dad are on the bike beside us. And my dad had gotten a new bike. He got a new touring Goldwing, but it was a lot lighter. It was one of the newer ones. And so, as it starts to rain, my bike doesn't have a windshield. So he's like, "Hey, let's pull over, Mija. You're going to go on my bike, and I'll take yours. And that way you guys have the windshield so that you're blocked from the rain, because it's like needles in your face." So we get on that bike, and it is so much lighter, and I have such a hard time gaining control of this bike. Overall, my sister, I'm not a tiny girl. My sister's not tiny either. So it's a lot of beef on one bike, right?
Right.
And so we're hauling ass down 85 because we're just trying to get home. And all of a sudden, there's this big ass semi, beside us, and we're like, we got to get past it because he's throwing rocks and stuff at us. And so we haul ass even harder to get past him. Well, we come up to the light, and just as we're getting just close enough to where it's going to turn yellow and it's going to fuck you over,
Right.
it goes yellow. And I'm like, shit. So I lock it up. I'm hitting front and rear brakes, and it starts to hydroplane. So we're up, and I'm like, oh, shit. And I regain control, and I'm like, all right, we'll be okay. And my sister's got me in this death grip with, like, vice grips at her thighs, and her nails are dug into my arms. And I'm like, bro, you got to chill. Well, this is all split second. And next thing you know, you see this truck coming from the other side, and it's a big, dump truck hauler. And he's not stopping. The light is still just turned yellow, and he's a few feet away, and he's not. He's going to blow right through the light, and I could feel it. So I wasn't going to be able to just blow through. So I lock it up again. Next thing you know, I see my sister is beside me in my peripherals, and I'm like, oh, yeah, we're going down. And so the bike, all of a sudden, it picks it up, and then it just whiplashes us and slams us down. And as it bounced up, she grabs a hold of me underneath, like at my rib cages, and she launches us off of the bike. And we go hauling across these 4 lanes of highway, except for we had just passed that semi, and he's just on our left. And so my mom and my dad are behind us. My mom's watching this whole thing from behind my dad. She's got a hold of me, and then she lets go as we are soaring through the air. And we land, and I'm pissed because I had just gotten new leathers. My boots are brand new, my jacket, my chaps, everything. So I'm pissed because everything's getting scratched up. She's over here knocking her head on the floor because she got new tennis shoes for school and didn't want to scuff them. Dumbass. She's like a turtle spinning across her shell. My mom's trying to jump off the bike. My dad's trying to hold her down. It's a whole hot mess. And then we go like just sliding right in front of this 18-wheeler as he's just chilling, going along. And it's just like, okay. So we come to a stop at the middle of the highway, and we both get up. We run back to the bike, pick it up, and we head over to that little restaurant thing and kind of shake it off. And I'm like, wow, what are we going to do, man? I can't get back on that bike right now. And so we had to call one of my aunts and my uncle to come out to bring the bike home. And it was rough. My mom ended up riding part of it, first time ever. She rode the bike part of the way home, and yeah, that was my one experience with learning how to respect the machine between your legs.
Right.
And my stunt double saved my ass with her stunt double tactics, I guess. Because I would have held onto the bike. I would have been underneath it, and she ripped me off that thing. Like,
that's good though.
Pulled me clear across there. So
yeah, when you lay down a bike, man, it gets ugly. So
it can, yeah. Like we had fairings, I would have been all right. My legs would have been all right. Maybe.
Maybe.
yeah.
So you weren't wearing a helmet?
No, unfortunately, we don't wear helmets. I go for the ride, the hair.
For shame, man. For shame.
I know.
I every now and again I get a wild hair up my ass to buy a motorcycle, and learn how to ride one because I don't know how to ride one, But then, my mother jumps in and she's like, please don't do that. Please, because she knows, yeah, Lawrence, you're pretty stupid. This is how she kind of sugarcoats you. She's like, they're really dangerous. You shouldn't do it. And,
so I had a motorcycle when I was like 12, and it was a Enduro. It was a Yamaha, had the lights and the blinkers and all the crap on it. And Evel Knievel was like big back in the day, and man, if you didn't think I jumped that over stuff,
for real,
you have to do it. And I always wanted a crotch rocket, and Scott McCullough, my brother-in-law, took me on a ride on his ZX9 Ninja that they used to race up at Bandamere and Longmont, or wherever it was. So it was a racing bike that they took all the fairings off, raced it, and then put the fairings back on and sold it. Dude, I scared the living shit out of me. I mean, I did the same thing that girl, that your sister did to him. Man, I had a hold of him. I thought I was going to break his ribs because, dude, we were going 130 miles an hour down the road in like third gear.
Wow. Yep.
And after I got off of that, because I really wanted a motorcycle, and I said, no. I said, sorry, I keep doing that.
You're good.
I said, I'll never own one. They're scary. It's really super scary.
You learn a lot. Like that accident probably taught me more about the bike than anything else. And I got right back on. My dad wouldn't let me not. So he made me get right back on so I wasn't scared. My sister, on the other hand, took a long time to get back on. And so later on, when we were in like the Black Hills up at the rally and stuff like that, I could have killed her. I kicked her ass off my bike in the middle of the hills one day because she was opposite leaning me. And I'm like, that is 100-foot cliff. You keep leaning the opposite way, we're going off of that. Neither of us come back from this. So you can quit leaning, or I'm going to leave your ass on the side of the road. And I left her there, and my dad had to go back and get her. He left my mom with me, and he went back and got her. I was like, you're going to kill us. I had us like standing up, all of the rails are grinding and sparking on the road. But she's just terrified after the accident. So
yeah, I got to ask you, I don't know much about bikes. What are fairings?
It's the side parts. Like if you see like the older school bikers, they'll sit and they'll put their feet up in the air.
Okay.
So it's the very front part. So it's the
like
part
a
that kind of
cowling
wraps
that
around.
goes around the front of it.
Yeah,
okay.
It's the whole front part.
Okay.
So that's what protects your legs if you wreck it, or if a dog runs out and tries to bite you, or
you hit a deer or something like that.
Oh, those are fun too. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I hit him with a milk truck, so I don't.
We use our Malibu. So.
That's what people say. Yeah, I go hunting. I got a quail. I'm like, so did I.
I hit it with my Mac.
Yeah.
What do you use? What do you use going deer hunting? You use the 30-06? No, man, I got my
2014 Freightliner. It was very
yes.
effective,
Quail soup.
All right. I like it. I like that. That had a lot of details. So
A lot of detail.
I'm leaning towards that one being true.
Yeah.
That had a lot of detail. Pretty passionate about it. So, all right. One last story, Brett. This is the one I really wanted to hear, though, of course. This is,
My lawnmower lives a quarter mile away
no, my lawnmower lives a quarter mile at a time.
at a time.
That's
sorry.
a reference to the Fast and the Furious, right?
Yes, I
Okay.
almost wore my Fast and the Furious shirt, but at lunch today I spilled some stuff on it. So,
What are you going to do?
so I was like, damn it.
You got a great MTV shirt on.
I know, it's amazing, right?
Yeah, no, at one point in time they played music videos. Did you know that?
Yeah, they turned 40, I think, this year. Like,
Yeah.
I think I heard that. Like, yeah.
Heavy metal headbangers ball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
God, it was great.
We used to listen to all the videos and stuff. Like, we'd sit there, like, Avenged Sevenfold. They'd play, like, a whole,
Right.
like, the whole album and all the videos. And I'm like, what happened? Who's Kardashians? What's this shit?
What's that meme on Facebook? It's pretty funny. It says MTV turns 40 this year. Thank you for 14 years of music.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
that's what the tie read me.
Or my 16 pregnant daughter shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and then you go, oh, maybe on MTV2 they're showing it. No, you just
No.
got to watch VH1 to watch some 90s shit. That's
Yeah.
as good as it gets now, you know?
Yeah,
Calling me bad. Yeah, I'll watch that for a while. Why not, you know?
exactly. Right?
I'd like to sex you up there, guy. Okay.
Dude, I love the Poison.
Velvet
Getting out
DeVoe?
there. Yeah,
Come
for
on.
real. I used to mow the lawn and listen to like Poison and Motley Crue.
Oh,
I've been out there.
hair metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had tickets to that concert back in August of 2020. Thanks, COVID, bastards.
It's the first concert I ever saw.
Which one?
Motley Crue.
Yeah, I hate you. I want to see them so bad.
You know what?
What?
The second concert I saw,
Poison.
Metallica opened up for Ozzy with Cliff Burton.
Oh shit.
Oh, before he died in the bus wreck. Wow.
We saw Ozzy in 2012 at the Pepsi Center with Slash.
Really?
Slash came out and did a show with him. That was pretty fun. And then we got upgraded. I won tickets on BPI actually.
Really?
Good for
And
you.
so then we went to the concert and they upgraded us when we got there. So we got to move down like 3 levels. It was pretty cool.
When I met Patty, like probably a month and a half after we met, that's when those tickets came out for Crew. It was Motley Crue, Poison, Def Leppard, and Joan Jett.
Joan Jett, yeah.
Nice.
And yeah,
That was
so-
at Coors Field.
Yeah, yeah, you're correct. And I remember her and I thinking, okay, this Corona should be over by summer. This shit should be done, right? And so then it got to be like July. I'm like, there's still hope. It was August 20th. Like, they might lift this mask mandate. They might lift this shit. You know what I mean? And then it got closer, and then they canceled the concert. Oh, I was so pissed because
They're coming out again in this next year.
They'll be dead by then.
Dude, all I know is Vince Neil's lost his voice, man. That
Boy.
guy's a toad.
I seen him at the State Fair by himself. It was Vince Neil, Skid Row, Tesla, and Jackal. It's an old school one for you.
Wow.
I'm a lumberjack baby. So, all right. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Okay.
So
No, you're cool.
my lawnmower lives a quarter mile at a time.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So, again, back to my stunt double. My sister and I just tearing shit up, getting in trouble everywhere. We had moved to Greeley, Ty and I had, and so we would come back on our days off and things like that, and we would hang out with family and just kind of do our own thing. And I had gone out. My sister and I were just, partying up and having a good time. And I mean, we were out drinking till like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Come home and we are hungover. And we're like, you know what? We need tacos. So it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're like, yeah, tacos. So we go to Taco John and we order these, the 6-pack and a pound, But we ordered our own each, Each of us got 6-pack and a pound, full well forgetting that it was family dinner night. So we're like, shit. So we powered through this, and we get home. It's like maybe 4 o'clock by the time we got home, 4:30, something like that. And my mom was like, oh yeah, dinner's gonna be on the table in like 30 minutes. Now, my mama is mayonnaise. However, she decided that the Mexican life was the life she lived. So you don't tell your Mexican mama that you're not gonna eat her food on family night. Right? So she's like, yeah, I made meatloaf. I'm like, oh God. So my sister and I are sitting there, and my eyes are brown, not because I'm full of shit, but because I was full of food that day.
Right.
And we're sitting there, and she's like, makes us this plate, this heaping plate with mashed potatoes and gravy and, the 5 pounds of meatloaf. And my sister and I are like, oh, we can do this, dude. We can do this. Now, we're still hungover. Still pretty hungover. And so we get through this meatloaf, and we're sitting on the couch, and Mom's like, you girls didn't have seconds. You always have seconds. And I'm like, all right, Mom, hit us again. So
Back off, mayonnaise. I'm trying. All right.
I'm looking over at my dad, and I'm like, bro, you gonna rescue us? Because you know we're hungover. Like, she doesn't, but you know it. You caught us coming in the house this morning. So we go for round 2, and it's like 2 hours later, and my mom's like, you guys okay? Because you look really, really sick. And so, we spill our guts. We're just like, yeah, this is what happened. So we're already in trouble. And she's like, well, I told you girls you didn't need to be drinking like that. Well, you're still going to go mow your grandma's lawn tomorrow. Yeah, we'll take care of it, Mom. Don't worry about it. Okay. So what do our dumbasses do? Go out drinking again.
Of course.
We got all that food. We got to absorb the food with alcohol, right? It's a good plan. Yeah, it's a good plan.
Because vodka usually dissipates food in your system, right? That's what.
Bro, I'm not a frat boy. I don't drink vodka.
Okay.
This is Jack Daniels all the way.
Okay.
All day.
Redneck. So do I. That's my thing. Yeah,
Redneck.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
All right.
A little bit of, yeah. Anyway, so I digress. We get shit-faced again. Roll in 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. It's Sunday morning at this point. And we're like dead ass all day, hungover. And just like my mom's like, seriously, girls, you have to go. You need to mow the lawn. Mom, we'll do it. Okay, we will. So we're like, you know what sounds real good? A queenie weenie.
The hell's a queenie weenie?
The Queens in Fort Morgan serves hot dogs behind the bar.
A queenie weenie.
Just will swallow a whole.
Right? Because then you got to call Tyler for the Heimlich. So we're like, yeah, let's go hit the Queens. We gotta get a queenie weenie, have a couple drinks, hair the dog the bitcha. Why not?
Yeah. Right.
So here we are. We're like, yeah, we got this. So next thing you know, it's like 5 o'clock. And my mom's on the phone. Your grandma says that you haven't gone over to mow the lawn yet. Oh, yeah, we'll take care of that right now. So we load up in Bear's truck, and we're like, all right, we got to go get the mower. So we head over, we get the mower, we head to grandma's house, and we mow the lawn. And it's still pretty buzzed and still pretty hungover and, full of queenie weenie. So we're like, yeah, it's great. So grandma lives over kind of by the stakeout, right? So you're over on 8th, right? So we're headed back. And at that point in time, we lived on Sherman. And so what my parents did, and so when we visited, we'd always go back home. And so we're coming home on 8th and coming up to the cross of 8th and Sherman. And in Fort Morgan, it's one of the ones that it kind of goes as a downslope as you get to Sherman. So we're getting there. We're just both kind of laughing it off. We're like, dude, we got it done. We got this. You want to go out and drink some more tonight? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. Okay, cool. So we're like, yeah, we got leftover meatloaf at the house. We'll just, hit some of that and we can drink all night. So
we'll hit some of that.
Some meatloaf.
That's how meatloaf, yeah.
Right?
I'll tap me some meatloaf.
Exactly. So we're rolling down the road and coming up about, I'd say like a quarter block from the stop sign right there at Sherman and 8th. And all of a sudden, like I look over and I'm sitting passenger, Bear's driving. I look over and I'm like, the fuck is that? And there's a lawnmower and it just like rolls up and stops right at the stop sign right up next to us. And I'm like, it's some fucking idiot lost his mower. He's chasing it down the street. And I'm like, what a dumbass. I look at my sister. We both look to the back of the truck at the same time. We forgot to close the tailgate. It's our fucking mower. It fell out of the truck and just rolled up on us.
Yo, Bear, check it out. That looks like a lawnmower. Oh, shit.
Can't be hard. Ours is in the back of the pickup.
She's like, oh, shit, that is our mower. She's like, it's got the key. Because we had the key started.
She's like, don't look at me. I'm all fucked up on the meatloaf.
Exactly. And so we're just like, shit. Like, and it stopped, like, right beside us. And I'm like, well, damn, you lost. It lives a quarter mile at a time, but it didn't win a quarter mile at a time.
That's awesome.
So we loaded up just to drive across the street because we lived in the house just right there on Sherman. Needless to say, we never told my mom. We just didn't let her know. We're just like, yeah, we mowed grandma's yard. It's cool, Mom. We got we get some meatloaf.
Yo, mayonnaise. Our lawnmower is crazy fast, right?
We told my dad. My dad's just in there like, yeah, it sounds like something I would do. And I was like, yeah, we learned from the best. I mean, you taught me how to drive. You taught me how to drink. You taught me how to race lawnmowers. Hey, we're good. We're set.
I think that's an actual sport, though. In all honesty, is lawnmower racing.
Oh,
I think it is,
absolutely.
yeah.
Isn't it?
The ride-on ones.
Yeah, they soup them up. They have them in Yuma. They have those. Yeah,
Fucking rednecks, dude.
I'm
That's
telling
some
you,
redneck
it's,
shit right
God,
there.
it's great, isn't it?
You know,
You make
it's-
fun of me for shooting prairie dogs and stuff. These guys are
You
souping
are-
up lawnmowers.
You do so much redneck shit. It's a little off subject, but for the 4th of July, here, the rodeo, they have mutton busting.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's the most redneck shit. My nephew, he's Mikey. The video, I didn't get to go watch him, but so they put a football helmet on him. I mean, they get him up and he has to try and hug this thing and ride it. And I'm like, and people are cheering for it. I'm like, I tell people this is where I live. This is where they do for fun around here. You know, they try, they get on the back of a fucking farm animal and they strap football pads on the kid, and then they slap the animal, and then they all laugh about it. You know,
It was just watch, hold on for dear life. No saddle, no nothing.
that's
Just,
what
just
it's
grab
do.
fur.
And kids line up for this shit. You know,
Yeah, my brother-in-law tried to sign Jax up for that.
you wasn't having it.
Well, Jax was all set and ready to go, and I called the Brush Chamber of Commerce. I was like, yeah, how do we sign him up for mutton busting? And she's like, oh, yeah, no, that's fine. How old is he? And I was like, he's 6. And she's like, okay, yeah, he'll be in the last age bracket. That's okay. And I'm like, okay, cool. And she's like, okay, what's his weight so we know what size animal? And I'm like, he's about, I'd say about 70, maybe 80 pounds. And she's like, oh, our max is 40 pounds. I'm like, 6-year-olds at 40 pounds? Is that a thing? She's like, 6-year-olds at 70 pounds? Is that a thing? I was like, Shade, respect. This is because you're across the phone. If you saw my eyebrows, you wouldn't be fucking with me right now.
That's awesome. Telephone tough guy.
Right?
That's why I didn't mutton bust, because that poor mutton would have been, you know.
Broke back.
That's right.
He'd have won. He would have won. That would have been like, nah, I give up. Nah, I'm broke.
As they all sit in the pin staring, be like, oh, fuck, I would've gets that one.
Who'd you get him?
That's right. That's right.
Drawing straws. Who gets the beast?
That's right. Yeah, which one? The kid with 3 hot dogs in his hand. Was that a weenie? Yeah.
Amen.
The one with the sweat dripping off of it.
He's just standing there. Kid's not even moving. He's still sweating it.
Hey, don't knock those queenie weenies. Go try one.
Are they selling them right now?
I don't know. I don't know if he honestly still has them or not.
Queenie weenies.
Yeah, it used to be just the lunch special. Come in, and that was the lunch special. Get a queenie
It's a
weenie.
1,000-mile hot dog. You know, that goes back and forth on the roller. It's a little crispy because it's been, it's got some miles on it.
I don't even know. I think they're boiled in a crock pot, to be honest. Worse.
Whatever gets it.
Whatever works,
It's bar
man.
food. But when I was 21, we would go hit like bar food in Pueblo. Like any bar that was serving, God knows what. It might have been cat. I don't know. But I'm broke. I have enough money to buy beer, whatever's on tap, and whatever's cheapest.
Schlitz. I mean, give me some Schlitz. would you?
An $8 Jack Daniels and a $1 queenie weenie. You can't beat that for lunch, dude. Like that's where it's at.
In Pueblo, it's actually more of a thing to go to the bar and eat.
Yeah.
Like for lunch, you see like lawyers and doctors, and like Gray's Course Tavern in Pueblo is amazing. They have the grinders there and all the sloppers. Oh, so
nice.
good. But here in Morgan County, they just don't. I didn't realize people had queenie weenies. I didn't think that was a thing. So
I don't know if it is nowadays, but this was a long time ago. At least 2008, 9.
okay.
Yeah, so it's been a while. But the Club Tap still does their prime rib night.
Yeah, but they own a catering service too. So
They do. Yeah, they're picking out.
Yeah, picking out barbecue. So
Really?
Where's
Yeah.
the fucking turkey legs? Fuck the prime rib. Where's my turkey leg?
like a savage. I like it. So
Dinosaur legs, dude. I'll go to town on one of those bad boys. Fuck with me. Go ahead. I'll go caveman.
you know what, girl? Oktoberfest is coming. You let me know.
So what I'm
I'll meet
saying-
you there. I'll get
I'll
you.
make. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll make Ty drive me to the flea market just on a Saturday. Dude, what do you want for lunch? I want the flea market. The fuck you mean the flea market? I want a turkey leg and a corn on the cob.
And the food sanitation is so great at the flea market.
Yes.
My God, dude.
It's amazing. We joke about that, like with COVID and everything, because my mom's like, Mexico didn't get hit that hard. And I was like, I know, like the rest of us, like I had COVID, didn't know it. And so I was like, well, I should have known it. I'm diabetic, like it's supposed to hit you like super hard. We're one of those protected like things, right? And I was like, no, Mom, it's because you freaking bathed us in the river down there, fucking Chihuahua, and because we clean our grill with a cebolla before we cook. That's why.
Dude, I work for a Hell milk tanker for a living, and so I go to a lot of dairies, and nobody speaks English to these dairies, right? And I don't think any of them got sick with COVID. Not a one of them got sick with COVID because I think
The river.
yeah, they're not
the
afraid.
water.
That's what it is. They're like, hey, pinches COVID, nothing.
Exactly. ¿Cómo que COVID? ¿Qué es COVID?
As for white people,
White people disease.
that's right. You better go hide mayonnaise. It's gonna get you.
She bathed in that water too, so she'll be all right.
That's it.
Yeah, you made me take a. Yeah, I had to go to the bathroom on a hood, a hole cut in the hood of a car on the floor. Yeah, that was the bathroom. And then take a bath. My grandma out there, my abuela. What do you mean you want to take a bath? Grandma, where's the hot water? Hot water.
It'll get hot when you warm it up by getting your ass in there.
3 hours north, mija. Aguas calientes. Aquí, no. Nope, nothing here. So out there in the river, it's mud ass, dirty water, and you're like, I think I'm dirtier now than when I started.
So they cut a hole in the hood of a car, and that was the toilet.
Yeah, they just put the hood on the floor and on the ground, and they put they dig a hole in the ground, and that was the toilet for the week or the month, however long it took to fill, and then you just move it over, another spot. The sanitation was great.
Fabulous.
Yeah, no need to flush, so you don't have to worry that whole. If it's brown, flush it down. If it's yellow, let it mellow. It all mellowed.
If you gotta go, hole. That's all it is.
My uncles, oh, be careful. Careful, there's snakes out there too. What do you mean they live in the shit water? They're gonna come up and bite me in the ass. What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, be careful, look first. I'm like, I feel like this is a joke. You want me to look in there first? I didn't take a shit for like a week until we came home.
The flea market, we went there last year, Patty and I, because she had to go buy a moped. But it's funny because I always put on Facebook when I'm at the flea market. I'm like, hey, I'm at the flea market. If anybody needs anything with the Virgin Mary airbrushed on it,
No joke.
ask now. I'll pick it up on the way home.
Dude, the blankets.
Yeah.
That's all the family, like Ty's family, mayonnaise and sour cream together, white, right? So they're always like, oh, get one of those blankets, those big, the Mexican blankets. And I'm like, I don't think they're called Mexican blankets.
Serapes, right?
No, they're just legit heavy blankets. They're like a fleece blanket.
Yeah.
But they always have the Virgin Mary or the Raiders.
Ow! She just pulled that out.
That's what I told you, Brett. When you told me you're a Raiders fan, I'm like, is he not white? Is that...
Ty too. Ty's like, well, are you a fan of football? I'm like, yeah, dude, I like football. When we first met, I'm like, I'm a Raiders fan. And they're like, why a Raiders? Have you seen my skin color? It was Raiders or Dallas. Take your pick. I mean, you get one or the other.
That's what it is.
This skin color, these cheekbones. Yeah.
I hate to say it, but it's the truth, it's...
In my defense, my brother brainwashed me when I was very young, when I was like 2.
I get you. Dude, I was a Bulls fan growing up, and I still follow the Bulls. And everybody asks me, like, is that a gang thing? Do I look like a gang member to you?
I love the Bulls, man.
There's Larry. I'm a Sureño, but that's blue.
That's right. Yes, I'm their grandfather in a gang member. They're abuelito.
I got my chancla. Fuck with me. Go ahead, bring it on.
So, yeah, okay. All right. Those are 3 great stories. Do you have a one in mind?
I suck at this really bad. I'm just not good.
You don't have one? I have one in my mind.
I have one in my mind as well.
Okay. All right. So here's where we do the rock, paper, scissors. I hate saying it. It's paper, rock, scissors. I'm gonna...
I get if it's alphabetical, but I mean, you would be a savage. It's rock, paper, scissors. Come on.
Oh, God, sorry.
Savage.
Savages.
I didn't realize there was like 3 different ways to do this. It's until Adam and I were like not on the same page, and he's like,
people screw anything up if you give them a chance. I mean, come on, dude. It's like, oh no, that's the wrong way.
have faith in people. Okay. Yolanda, are you a 3-pumper or a 4-pumper?
I am a 2-pump chump. Wait, what were we talking about? 4-pumper. 4-pumper.
So you boom, 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 shoot.
Yeah. Well, how the hell else are you not going to get confused? Y'all rock, paper, scissors. Your brain's going to be like, oh, you're scissor. Wait, what? We're not done yet. It's a rock, paper, scissors,
We're on
shoot.
3.
Who's the savage, dude? Who's the savage?
You're the savage, man.
Ready?
What is that?
Paper.
That looks like a karate chop.
I could have done this.
That's a new move.
Homeboy, he had like Hong Kong Fooey is what he had right there. I was like, what, are you trying to threaten me, fucker? It's
What you got here? That's a laser beam. You all lose.
Michelle Staley had like a little eagle claw thing one time. I was like, what is that? I don't even know what that is. You know, I don't. That's what mayonnaise people do.
So I have to go first?
Yep. So we have 3 stories. Me and my stunt double. My lawnmower lives a quarter mile at a time, and how divorce led me to a Playboy Playmate.
Playmates. Triplets.
You know, I believe the lawnmower story.
Okay.
That's true story.
That's a true story.
Yeah. I think that she loves riding motorcycles. I don't believe the accident part. I'm going to go with number 1.
So you think the stunt double is not true?
I think the stunt double's not true.
Okay, that's your pick a Bullhucker. So your Bullhucker is me and my stunt double.
Yep, I like the third one. I want the third one to be true. Really
I do
bad.
too.
Really, really, really bad.
I do too, but my lawnmower, I think that one's true too, because you laughed about it. You were pretty genuine in your reaction to it, because it was a memory. You could tell that when you told it, it's a happy memory to you.
Yeah.
That's cool. Thank you for sharing that.
We
story.
went out and got hosed and had to go eat.
Yeah.
I haven't missed a meal. I mean,
Yeah, look at you. I mean, come on, girl. You know.
I don't miss often.
Yeah. It's that old joke when I get on the scale. It's like 1 at a time, please. You know?
Or it
Error.
shuts off.
Right. So, I think me and my stunt double. I think that one's true. It has some detail in it. And just the way she told it, I think that one's true. I really want the divorce leads to me to Playboy Playmates to be true, but I think that's the Bullhucker. I think that one's not true. I want it to be true. That's a great story. And if it's not true, I'll give you all the props in the world because you told it so very well. And it's tough because sometimes it's been 50-50. Some people tell the stories about the famous people they meet and it's true, you know, and then some people just throw it out. So a couple podcasts ago with Kelly Paris, she tells a story about a celebrity, and it's already been out, so I'll ruin it for you. It was not true, but she told it so well.
I heard the one about Prince too. I can't remember the guy's name.
Todd Allen.
There you go.
Allen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the music guy from Sterling.
Did you guess that one?
No, I guess he had the other one was the Down Under, the strippers.
Oh,
right?
that's right.
I was like, Tarzan my ass. That's Magic Mike all day. I memorized that movie.
All right, so you're gonna do me and my stunt double.
I'm doing me and my
I'm
stunt
doing
double.
the Playmates one. Yolanda, you want to pull that out? Can you see
Here,
it?
I'll get it.
Does
Hang
melt?
on, hang on.
It's all
Where's
right.
it at?
Brett's gonna grab it for you.
Okay, cool.
That's why we bring Brett. Plus, he wants to see if he's right first.
No, I'm doing this the right way. I'm going to put this right in front of you, dear. It's right here.
All right.
Right
Hold on
here.
one
This
second,
side,
Yolanda.
let me
Let me
get
sit back down, and
We'll see if it's upside down or not.
if it is, it's cool,
Hey,
man.
who cares? It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
get my ears back on. Okay, we're
All
good.
right,
We're good.
we're out, girl.
Mickey Mouse is on the house.
The lawnmower.
Your lawnmower story.
She caught us both.
God, dude.
You know what?
That hurt.
Congratulations.
Because when I thought about this, because I was...
Well, first of all,
I worked at Walmart, and we had to take lawnmowers down to get fixed down at the place, right?
right,
At the engine repair shop, because
Right.
people would bring them back because they sucked, or they were Murray's or
right,
whatever.
right.
Anyway, we had a riding lawnmower in the back of my truck, and right there by KFC, where KFC used to be.
Right.
Yeah, I had it at the stoplight, and so we didn't put the brake on or anything like that. Dude, I took off, and that fucking thing came flying out the back of the truck in the middle of the intersection.
Oh, no.
Yes. And so it took me, and I don't know, there's Vidal Sanchez or who it was, had to load this big piece of shit back up in
Oh,
the back of
no.
the truck that we just had fixed.
Oh,
no.
man.
So that's what I was thinking, is like, dude, that's happened.
Well, I gotta ask, why is it not true?
It's actually a true story. It's not mine.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it says actually my dad and my Uncle Dave. Story's true. This is my dad and my Uncle Dave.
Please tell me the meatloaf part was true, right?
Oh, that's all me and my sister. That's where part was fabricated. That whole thing was totally true.
Right.
And we did actually have to go mow my grandma's lawn, but we're not the ones who lost the mower. It was my dad and my uncle.
I haven't got around to it yet, of the Hall of Fame page on this for the people that fool us both. But when I do, Yolanda, you are gonna have your picture on.
So
there.
when you had that accident, did you tear up all your leathers and everything? It's like you didn't hit your head, nothing?
I didn't hit my head. My left shoulder tore up like all across the back of my leathers. I still have that. My leather jacket is all scuffed up. And then my left boot because they had the Harley Davidson boots with the big plate on the side. And so it's a big steel plate, metal plate that has Harley Davidson etched into it. That the Harley Davidson's gone. It's all scratched, completely gone.
That sucks.
Yeah, I was pissed. I'd only had
Well,
this
yeah,
like
but
a
you know
month.
that's battle worn stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
you,
but it didn't
you
hurt
earned,
my skin though. What the hell?
dude, you earned that. You earned the battle scars on that one.
And I guess
yeah.
we should be super happy that the Playboy Playmates is a
God
true
dang,
story.
that's
cool.
awesome.
Right? It's pretty
I'm
14.
happy about that.
Yeah, me too.
I'm happy your dad missed it too, because he was upstairs screwing around.
That's what you get.
He's down there playing Buffalo Nickels, you know. I'm
Wasting all of
winning.
his pennies.
I'm winning a life, fools. Mayonnaise and the girls up there eating a buffet, not getting shit, you know.
Man, I'm horrible at this.
You're 0-2 now.
I am horrible.
You got zinked the past couple weeks. You got
Boom.
I got
zinked.
hosed.
Yep.
Well, Yolonda, thank you so much.
God,
for
that was a
coming on.
great time. I haven't laughed like that for a long time.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'm glad
Nice.
it was good to be on. I was telling Ty, we should have like a suggested out to you guys. Can you imagine Ty and I telling 3 stories, the two of us together, like trying to get a couple on here so that they have to have their lie together too?
Oh yeah.
Ah.
It'd be yeah, or it could be tougher, like if your spouse was the co-host
Oh my gosh!
and
right.
you got to try and pull something by them, you know? Because I mean, how many drunken stories have you had with your old man that you're like, did I tell you that?
Yeah,
Oh
shoot,
my
man.
God.
Did I never told you that?
Just
Yeah.
like, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did
do
I
you
ever
mean?
tell you I'm Batman?
What? What do you mean you were in the Navy? She's like, shit. That's why we were in San Diego for a month. Me and Mayonnaise had to go, bro.
Oh, God.
All right. Hey, once again, Yolanda, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, for sure.
That was fabulous. I enjoyed that a
Yeah,
lot.
and Brett, thank you for showing up. We could drive down here from Ray, Colorado.
Absolutely. It was, it was all right. It's, 90 minutes.
Yeah, well, and I got to say it for
Dude,
Matt Gordon, Brett McRae from Ray Market. He thinks that's the greatest thing to say ever. So
Man, God
I
dang,
know. I
he's
was
beat
like,
me.
Shop All of Yuma. I was like, is that why he said Shop All Yuma? And Ty's like, you better not suggest nothing because if you can, it's like Walmart Wars.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? Very proud of you guys that no Walmart stores came up in this.
And
Yeah,
we
very
tried
good.
pretty hard to leave Walmart out of it. Like, we have
next time.
so many Walmart stores.
I know, it's great. It's a great place to get stories from.
Well,
It
you and
is.
Ty are
It's a
gonna have to
horrible
come back
place to
on.
work.
Absolutely. Ty and I met there. That's where our
Oh, really?
relationship started. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It was in the frozen food aisle.
It wasn't. I hated his ass.
With the queenie weenies.
I did.
Yeah, the
I
queenie
hated him.
weenies.
I was like, I got a what? This loser? God. I was so mean to him. And he left me out in the parking lot one night with I was trying to scrape my windshield. It was snowing. And he comes over and he's like, hey, did you want some help? I was like, pfft, from what? And he's like, suff a bitch. And he took off. He's just, bye.
From your Ravens loving ass, beat it.
That's hilarious.
That's a whole nother day for another story. But yeah. Good
Well,
stuff.
we'll get you guys back on. So this is a lot of fun. So
Yeah, for sure.
all right. Well, thank
Cool.
you again, guys, and we'll see you guys later.
Very good. Peace.